p.m. East African time. I trust that you are well this particular Sunday, the 18th of February, the year being 2024. I trust your Sunday is on well, but for now, let's spare a little of your time so that I can bring you up to speed on what has been taking shape in the world of news with the latest from across the country and even beyond the borders. But first, the highlights. Government says the price of various commodities will reduce after the Kenyan shilling gained against the dollar. Azimio principal Raila Odinga urged to support President Ruto in the 2027 elections.
Wakati ukifika wa 2027 na wewe regeshe mkono.
16 families in Tambalal village in Kipkomo sub-county, West Pokot County have been left homeless after their houses were torched last night. Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Moige William. Let us bring you up to speed on what has been taking shape across the country and even beyond. Starting off, police officers have launched investigations into the gruesome murder of a middle-aged woman who was allegedly stabbed to death by her partner. The man, who is currently receiving treatment at Gatondo Hospital, is said to have also attempted to take his own life at Mirimaine Estate in Juja, Kiambu County, after the act by slitting his throat. According to eyewitnesses, it is revealed the assailant approached his lover while she was visiting a friend, drew a knife from his bag and started stabbing her.
Kuna jamaa hapa aliweza kumdunga bibi yake visu kadhaa. Amempiga visu kadhaa pale kama 5 hivi na wakaingia kwa nyumba huku ndani. Kwa hiyo kuingia kwa nyumba pale ni kujifungia, walikuwa wamejifungia kwa nyumba ya jirani. Na huyu jamaa naona kufikia sasa alikuwa amepelekwa kwa hospitali kwa sababu pia naye alijaribu kujiua lakini ikashindikana. Pengine kwa kujikatakata hapo hajaweza kumanage kukufa, amekimbishwa hospitalini. But saizi huko ndani kumebakia mwili ya huyo marehemu mwenye ashadungwa visu na kufikia sasa ashaiaga dunia.
Wakati huu tumepata maafa ama mauaji ya bibi ambaye ameuawa na bwana yake. Hii ni mambo sio ya kawaida katika Juja yetu. Tumekuwa na mashida kama haya mara kwa mara. Na mimi ningetaka kuuliza serikali ituangalilie hii maneno.
Also, President William Ruto has called on the sustainable vaccine manufacturing through end-to-end vaccine research and development projects in Africa. The clarion call by President Ruto was made on the sidelines of the 37th ordinary session of the Assembly of African Union in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Kenya is committed to working in close collaboration with our valued partners, including the Africa Union Commission, Africa CDC, the Africa Medicines Agency, the World Health Organization, IVI, and other regional and international stakeholders. As members of the Africa Union, we must seize this opportunity to accelerate and create an enabling environment for vaccine manufacturing in our continent by mobilizing adequate resources, sharing knowledge, expertise, technology, and also sharing best practice.
A section of Azimio leaders from Western Kenya have lashed out at their counterparts, that is the Kenya Kwanza side, who are in support of Azimio leader Raila Odinga for the African Union Commission chairmanship position. Speaking at Bisunu Primary School in Sirisia constituency, Bungoma County, the leaders led by DAPK, Kenya Party leader Eugene Wamalwa, Roots Party leader George Wajakoya, and Bumula Member of Parliament Wamboka Wanami reiterated that it will be more tough in absence of Raila Odinga in local politics. They, however, said that there are appropriate people to replace Odinga in the coming 2027 polls to vote out the current government, decrying the high cost of living in the country.
Mtajua sasa mambo ndio inaenda kuwa ngumu. Wacha mzee aenda apumzike. Sasa vijana tuanze kupambana na nyinyi. Kina Eugene Wamalwa, Kalonzo Musyoka, Profesa Wajakoya, tuko na kina Munya. Sasa wananchi wa Kenya tuko tayari kuanza mapambano. Sasa tuko tayari kuingia kwa uwanja. Timu mpya, Mashabiki ni wapya.
We want to give Africa our best. And Raila Odinga is not just a Kenyan patriot. Raila Odinga is a Pan-Africanist. Na huyo ndio yule tumesema bara la Afrika, wakiandika ile historia ya wale wapiganiaji wa ukombozi wa bara la Afrika, jina la Odinga will rank against many other names. Sababu kiti hiki hakitakuwa cha Azimio ama cha Kenya Kwanza. Kiti hiki ni cha Afrika Mashariki. Tangu iundwe, watu wa kusini, Afrika Kusini, kule magharibi wamepata nafasi. Afrika Mashariki hatujawahi pata hiyo nafasi. So mzee wetu ndiye atakuwa wa kwanza kutoka Afrika Mashariki. Mtamuombea, mtamuunga mkono, aende akuwe rais wa marais, msaja wa masaja. Basi na ujue akisonga pia, si mnajua basi ametuachia nafasi.
Mimi sitaki kujitangaza ati nitasimama nini. Wananchi wenyewe wameamua. Yes. Nikienda kila mahali Kenya hii Wajakoya. Hata nilipata kura zingine nyingi kushinda Ruto na Raila combined kule huko North Eastern. Msinione hivi. Lakini nikiwa ndugu yangu Eugene, nitasema vitu viwili kwake. Eugene na Kalonzo Musyoka have got same characteristics. Ya kwanza ni wapole. Ya pili ni Wakristo. Ya tatu, Eugene hawezi kumtusi mtu wala Kalonzo. Hiyo ameniachia mimi.
Moving on, Communication Workers Union has issued a notice to the Kenya Broadcasting Management and the ICT Ministry to immediately remit all pending statutory deductions of over 400 million shillings. The Communication Workers Union Secretary General Benson Okwara, or rather the General Secretary Benson Okwara, said the state-owned media house has been deducting pension, NHIF, NSSF, SACCO, insurance funds from employees but failed to remit the money which has distressed employees. Among the non-remitted reductions are, as at December last year, include 346.5 million shillings, 33.5 million shillings owed to SACCO and 14.2 million shillings owed to banks. At the same time, calling on the ICT Ministry to do a cabinet memo to get more funds to bail out the state broadcaster.
On the issue of money recovered from employees and not remitted, we will give a notice to KBC to pay within a period of, by the end of this month, they should have paid that money, and if they can't pay that money, they must give us a clear plan on what they plan to do to clear the already outstanding money, and they must give us assurance that moving forward, they will remain current and pay salaries gross so that they remain current in remitting the statutory deductions. If they don't do that, then as a union we'll mobilize our employees to get out in protest in the next 14 days from today.
All right, still on ICT, but to a totally different topic, the government has partnered with community networks to extend opportunities to those who cannot access them. The Director of Shared Services at the ICT Authority, Michael Athiambo, said the community networks have helped in shaping the internet into a product that is useful and safe to the community. Speaking during the 3-day national summit held in Akala in Siaya County, which was organized by Africa Higher Education Research Institute, Athiambo said that introduction of ICT at the lower levels of learning was a strategic advantage to make it become a cause of learners in secondary schools.
I wish that we had the two.
Community engagement, which is a key component with the community networks that we are celebrating today. Because when you engage the community, while you are mobilizing and sensitizing them, they are able to know that the hotspot that is placed at the market can actually benefit them. It is like giving somebody food that they have never eaten. They may despise it because they don't understand and they do not know.
I think in my view, ICT is the way to go. And that is why it is not just now, but even the past government introduced ICT in schools. You remember there was a previous program which had the name Digital Learning Program. which had introduced the use of computers at a very early age, although they were using tablets. Of course, there are certain challenges we faced at that time, and a lot of that is being tweaked to see how that can be harmonized. But in my view, it is the reality of today. The earlier you get into technology and ICT, the better.
And now, Elder Gary E. Stevenson of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has visited Kenya to share on how the church is organized and the projects the church is doing in Kenya and other parts of the world. Gary Stevenson noted that one of the major roles of the church is to preach peace among the nations.
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints follows the command of the Savior to take his gospel unto all the world. And that's what we have been doing since the church was organized in 1830. There are now some 70,000 missionaries of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints serving throughout the world. The first two missionaries of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints arrived in Kenya in 1980. Just 43 years ago, and now we have some 200 missionaries from 17 different nations. Can you believe that? Who have come as 18 and 19-year-olds to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with the beautiful people of Kenya. All those years ago, we started with just one member of the church. And today in Kenya, you'll find them as your neighbors and friends, numbering close to 20,000 members of the church. There are 17 million plus members of the church throughout the world. The headquarters for the church in the Africa Central area, which stretches from the Republic of Congo on the west to Kenya on the east, is here in Nairobi, Kenya.
In education, the church has done, for instance, just last year alone, we did about 13 educational projects, focusing mostly on public primary schools, where the church identifies the need through collaboration with the local communities to improve classrooms, wash facilities, and general learning infrastructure. In terms of other humanitarian activities, the church has also collaborated with the national government. For instance, last year in April, whereby the church intervened with the drought response in collaboration with the National Drought Response and Management Committee, and in partnership with Red Cross, where the church distributed relief food to 5 counties, targeting over 40,000 households.
All right, now let us shift gears to matters politics a little bit, whereby Tana River Senator Danson Mungatana, who is an ally to the Kenya Kwanza government, has urged the opposition leader Raila Odinga to back Ruto in the 2027 presidential bid. He hailed that it will be like returning a favor because Ruto supported Raila's presidency in 2007. Ruto has also taken a stand, or is said to have taken a stand, to support Raila to vie as African Union Commission chairperson come 2025. Speaking in Hola Town during an oversight meeting in the grassroots, Mungatana said that Ruto and Raila should put aside their political differences and support each other. Mungatana added that Ruto has decided to support Raila fully, and if Raila gets that position in the African Union, it will be more beneficial for the country.
Tunataka kumpongeza Rais William Ruto sana kwa sababu serikali yake imechukua msimamo wa kumsupport Raila Odinga asimame kama chairman wa African Union Commission. Na hii ni nafasi muhimu sana kwa sababu itatusaidia sisi kama Wakenya na watu wetu wengi ambao hawajui international politics na regional politics. Tukiwa na mtu wetu pale tunapata faida nyingi ambazo zitatusaidia kama Wakenya. Rais Ruto ameonyesha kwamba yeye ni statesman. Hana chungu na mtu, hana shida na mtu. Ikija mambo ya kupusha agenda ya Kenya, atasimama na wewe. Wewe ni mpinzani, wewe ni supporter wake. I think I'm very happy with that attitude. Tunakuomba wakati ukifika wa 2027 na wewe uregeshe mkono huu mwenzio amesimama na wewe mara hizi zote, sasa na wewe uregeshe mkono.
Right, away from politics, fish traders in Busia, led by their chairperson, Francis Akech, have vowed to remain defiant to the Department of Trade's plan to carry out elections. Speaking to the press, Akech and a section of fish traders aligned to his faction poked holes into the Department of Trade, saying it's the root cause of the predicaments bedeviling traders at the market. They pointed out that the Department of Trade, where the fish market belongs, lack a defined vision and advisory mechanism to streamline the booming fish trade in Busia. Akech, however, pleaded with Busia Governor Paul Otuoma to intervene and salvage the dwindling state of fish trade in the border county of Busia.
Sisi katika soko ya samaki tumewahi kufanya election. Hii sio mara ya kwanza kufanya election. Tumefanya election mara nyingi kutoka 1986 na hatujakuwa na shida kama hii.
Na tangu tuingie ndani ya hiyo soko tumekuwa tukifanya uchaguzi, na uchaguzi tulikuwa tunafanya na amani bila shida yoyote, kwa sababu tulikuwa tunajua sisi ni watu wazima, tukifanya kitu tunafanya kitu yenye mtu yote anaridhika.
Soko ilirudishwa kwa trade, ambapo sio mbaya kurudishwa soko kwa trade. Hatuna shida na trade, hatukuwa na shida na trade. Lakini trade wametuletea mambo zingine zenye hazieleweki. Walisema delegates, tutachagua na delegates. Sasa mambo ya delegates ikakuwa balaa. Delegates ikachaguliwa tu upande moja, eti ndio watafanya nini? Ndio watapiga kura. Sisi tukilalamika wanatuona kama watu wabaya. Kwamba minister wa trade, waziri wa trade kama mtu mzuri, wacha kuleta shida katika town hii. Shida za hii town ya samaki wewe ndio unaleta waziri. Mbona wakati tulikuwa kwa fisheries, mbona hizi vitu hazikuwa? Mbona hizi mvuruga hazikuwa? Mbona ni wewe ndio unaleta hizi vitu? So tunaomba bwana governor, mambo ya trade, bwana governor, angalia kwa makini. Mulika waziri wa trade na kuomba umulika waziri wa trade awache kuharibu kaunti yetu ya Busia.
Society has been challenged to support the men's mental health in the family, where a majority of them undergo silent and inner torture. At an event organized by the Office of the Woman Representative in Darago constituency, it was revealed that men undergo huge societal pressure and expected to guard their feelings without revealing them. Speaking at the function, Nyandarua County Woman Representative Faith Gitau said that the community should encourage expression of masculinity feelings.
Ni vizuri wazee wachukue nafasi yao kijamii. Lazima mjue nyinyi ndio vichwa zetu wanawake. Tufanye kazi. Ile pesa kidogo tunapata, lazima tuanze kusave. Lazima tujue kuna kesho. Sio tukienda hapo umefanya kazi kidogo, umepewa 200 yote, unakuja hapa mtu wa bar anajua baba nani anakuja saa hii. Kuna kiti yako bar.
Wazee wengi wamepitia depression kwa sababu mahali ambapo walikuwa wanashinda kule kwa vilabu na kungine hawawezi shinda, sasa wanashinda nyumbani. Akishinda nyumbani hana chochote kile ambacho alikuwa amefanya. Akifika mahali pale, yule ambaye anakaa naye ambaye ni bibi yake anaona kama ni jirani, kwa sababu hawajaelewana na hawajakaa pamoja.
Away from that, the government has been urged to partner with all stakeholders, including children who are advocates of climate change action, in its efforts to curb the effects of climate change. The appeal has been made by environmental ambassadors who attended a climate change action event at the Rawalan Scouts Camp in Nairobi. The event, organized through the partnership of Kenya Scouts Association and Green Hummingbird Foundation, brought together hundreds of children who have been championing the climate action agenda through the foundation's ambassador Alice Wanjiru. The children cautioned that the coming generation risk permanent disaster should the present generation fail to tackle the climate change threat with boldness and urgency.
Campaign called the Green Hummingbird, and I'm partnering up with other organizations, and and today we're here in Roaland Camp, and we're here together with the Kenya Scouts Association. I got inspired by Wangari Maathai because how she cared about the environment so much that she even fought for Uhuru Park.
So today we got the opportunity to plant the trees to teach the young children on climate issues and climate matters, and I think when we join hands together with many institutions and partners, I think we can go a long way. Alice is a good, she's an eco-hero, especially with the things that she's done. I came to know that she's planted more than 50,000 trees. That is wow. For a young girl like her, only 10 years, that is a great milestone. So we urge the other children and the parents to also support the children in becoming the eco-heroes.
We do a lot of planting of trees, but now we are asking everyone, when you plant a tree, make sure you go back and look after your tree and know where your tree is, so that we can really meet the goals that we have set for ourselves. The 5 billion trees, it calls for every one of us. So today at Kenya Scouts, you can see at the background, you will see a lot of young people, the Sunguras, the Chipukizis, the Mwambas. These are the different age groups, and each one of these groups has a role to play in conservation.
And this is what has been taking shape in the world of sports. Starting off, eyeing the Nairobi Para-Wheelchair Boxing are now ready for para-boxing tournament scheduled to take place from 29th June to 5th July this year in Poland, between the 29th June until the 5th of July this year. The team, which consists of 10 pugilists and 3 officials, received sponsorship from the former Nairobi Governor Mike Mbuvi Sonko as they prepare to fly the Kenyan flag in Poland. Sonko gave the team, led by Mary Otieno, training equipment and paid for their flight tickets, accommodation and food ready for the tournament.
Hii ni gold yote. Hata najua Sonkore atafurahi. Haki Mungu asaidie tu. Sijawahi toa machozi mimi, lakini nimetoa tu juu ya raha bila ametukaribisha. Tukienda kila mahali hakuna mtu anataka kutusikia, tunapewa tu PR. Tumeteseka kutoka 2018. Hakuna mtu atawaisaidia.
Hii boxing naipenda sana. Na kwa sababu tunaicheza, sisi ndio tufaidike. Nataka pia generation ile itakuja pia wajue hii mchezo hii tumeianza wasaidie. Na vile Sonko amekuja, haki Mungu ambariki sana.
No, very well, the government is going to chip in. I'm not here to overshine the government or anybody, but I'm here to support them because they have requested for help. Wamezunguka sana wakatafuta help wakakosa. So nimekuja kuwasaidia, and I'll also reach out to the government. Wasaidie. So they'll pick from where nimeanzia.
Amos Abutit led his team of Jackson Kiprono, Wesley Kiprono and Mike Rotich to victory, returning a combined score of 116 points to clinch the second leg of the KCB East Africa Golf Tour at the Par 71 Eldoret Golf Club on Saturday. The Amos Abutit team beat their closest challengers Kiprop, Nelson Orgut, Patrick Kiprop and Geoffrey Kitiwa, who came in second after returning 106 points at the tourney that was graced by over 200 golfers from Eldoret and its environs. The two teams secured their spot at the tour's grand final scheduled for December 6th. Junior golfer Ryan Tolgos, who plays off handicap 36, carded 30 Stapleford points in the first 9 and 19 points in the second 9 to emerge as the overall winner with 49 points, beating a huge field. The tour will be back in action on April 13th when Kakamega Golf Club hosted that leg of the KCB Golf Series that aims to reach 20